Welcome, everybody, to Marketplace Mondays for Convergence 2024. This is new this year, and we're really excited about starting this program. We will have several vendors come on over the next 3 Mondays, and it's a chance for you to see what they're going to bring and kind of pre-shop. Maybe it will be a chance for you to check out what you want and then email them or go online with us and let them know, oh, this is what I want. I hope you'll bring this. Or do you have it in this colorway? Or can you bring this kind of material or this equipment? So it's a way for you to contact the vendors before you get to Convergence, and then you can see what you want when you get there. So today I'm so excited that we've got Kelly Potter, and she's from Interlacements. And she's going to talk today about their gorgeous yarns and what she's going to be bringing to Convergence.
Oh. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Kelly, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I am great. We are so excited. You are our first Marketplace Monday. Thank you so much for being on here today.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here. I'm excited, a little nervous, but excited.
So tell us about Interlacements.
So Interlacements has been going on, has been in business for many, many years. But I have been the owner of Interlacements for about a year and a half now. A good friend of mine, Tracy Shu, was the former owner, and when she retired, I had the awesome experience to be able to purchase the business from her and jump right in and learn all the things. So it's been really fun and exciting.
Oh, I bet it's exciting. We're excited, and we're so glad you kept the tradition going. She has
Yeah.
beautiful yarns, and I'm sure you do too now.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy it. I feel like I have to pinch myself and say, this is really my job. This is my work, because it just feels like fun.
So have you personally been to Convergence yet?
I have not. This is my first time. I'm really excited to come down. Actually, my first time even being in the States. So
Oh,
that'll be fun.
wonderful. All right. Well, tell us something. So tell us what you're going to be bringing to Convergence.
Okay, Interlacements is really known for our rayon yarns, our weaving yarns. So I have a number of different really cool yarns I'm bringing. I have them here to kind of show you. So one of our main yarns is Zigzag, which is 100% rayon. And it's a little bit, it's a thicker, I'd say, fingering to DK weight. So I'll be bringing a good assortment of that. It's perfect for weaving. It has a ton of drape, and it just feels like butter, like slinky butter that melts all around you when you knit or weave with it. So I have a number, I mean, I have lots of colors. I think we have our main colors are like 53 different colors, and then I'm constantly trying to add some new ones as I get out there and just get to be creative. So this is Mountain Jewel. I know the lighting isn't the best on the computer, but
Ooh,
sunflowers.
look at that. That is so sunflower Kansas-like.
Yeah, yeah. This is one of my favorites. I love this one. And then Irish Heather.
Wow.
So those are our zigzag that and then we have Zigzag's like finer cousin and Zigzag's
Before you went
finer.
on, let me make sure I understand this right. And I am terrible at this. So a finger wake, I believe, and those of you who are watching probably know better than me, it's like a 5-2 set, I believe. Like
Ooh.
a 5-2, maybe 8-2. You
So
can
when
also,
I weave with it, I put it on a 10 dent rigid heddle. Is that helpful?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a new weaver. I'm a seasoned knitter and a new weaver.
It's beautiful stuff. And we were talking before we came on the air that I bought some at a conference. And you talk about the drape. It does. It just flows over you. And with that lovely texture. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That
I have a
lovely
piece.
texture and color. You
Thank
can
you.
plain weave it and it's perfect. You don't even have to do any kind of fancy structures or anything. It just drapes beautifully.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it really is a fun one. And yeah, and it's fun when we color, we do lots of variegated colors. So again, in the plain weave, the color itself can just do the work for you. You don't have to do it with fancy weaving.
And it's got that lovely texture. So there you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, zigzags, like I said, their finer cousin, it's a same, almost the same base, but a finer version is called Baby Rick Rack. And Baby Rick Rack, it might be easiest if I kind of show you them. I don't know how well it'll show in here, but next to each other. You know, the
Oh, okay.
finer and then the slightly thicker. So I also have woven this with a 10 dent, but it's really nice too, even with a 12 dent. And the Baby Rick Rack, we have two sizes of skeins of Baby Rick Rack that I'll be bringing with me. We have some jumbo skeins that are 900 yard skeins. And
Wow.
then we have smaller skeins that are 450 yard skeins. And if you have the 900 yard skein, you can weave 2 scarves out of that or 1 scarf out of the 450. So I've been playing around actually myself with mixing 2 different colors that maybe don't seem like they should go together,
Ooh.
but when they are woven together, they create
Wow.
a totally different color, which has been
Uh-huh.
really fun. So that's one of the things I'm planning to bring to Convergence is some color kits where it has different colors together that might make something cool.
Now that one was it, one of the skeins was weft and one of the skeins were warp.
So for this one, I was doing some experimenting. So for this one, I actually did every other warp was the opposite color. And
Oh,
then I held double as weft of the 2 colors. But I also wove a scarf doing one as a warp and one as a weft. And I was really surprised there wasn't a huge difference. And
huh.
that was a lot easier than this way. So yeah, I was just doing some experimenting about how those colors would mix together.
Okay. Now let me understand because I'm not sure I'm hearing the name right. It's RIP, like RIP wrap?
No,
No.
Rick, like Rick. Like when you think of the Rick Rack
Oh, there you
with
go. All
the
right.
sewing, yep, that's where the name came from
Okay.
because it has that
Put
kind
that
of
in
texture.
the I'm going to put that in the chat. Rick
Oh,
Rack. RACK.
yep,
Okay.
yeah,
Rick Rack yarns.
yeah,
And you've got the regular and you got baby, right?
yep. So the first one is actually called Zigzag, and then the second one is called Baby Rick Rack, and
I'm not getting this right at all, am I?
that's okay, no worries.
Yeah, so when you go, if you can't figure out what it is, just say it's that stuff that Kathy messed up on the interview. And she'll know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, we pulled up your website. Here we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep,
Now,
and you
what
can.
is so the baby Rick Rack looks like it's $24 for a skein, right?
Yes.
Okay. Man, that's a
Yep.
great price for that much yarn.
Well, this is the 450 yard skein.
Uh-huh.
So, yep. Yep.
That's
And then
awesome.
the zigzag has 500 yards.
Wow.
So, yeah, we like to have enough that you can do something where you don't have to buy 18 skeins to make an item.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Or if you buy enough, like you can do like you did and try it one way, and the next scarf you try it the other way.
Yep. Yep. That was a lot of fun to do that. And I was able to make the 2 full scarves with a little bit extra from the 2 skeins.
Well, I love that you're talking about doing kits because so many of us get so excited and we get to Convergence and we're like, well, I want yarn, but I'm not sure what I want to make. So that'll be lovely that the yarn will be there, that you can buy it for a specific project, or you can just buy it because you like it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I agree. It's nice if you just have something already kind of set, because we all have a stash of things that just were pretty, which are super fun to have, but just were pretty, but we're not sure what to do with them.
They're wonderful. They're wonderful. So, if I come in and I want to know about the different materials it's made out of, everything is labeled, it says what it's made out of, and you said it's mostly rayon.
So we have 2 main types of yarn. So I have lots of rayon yarns
Uh-huh.
and cotton rayons.
Oh, cotton
And then
rayon. Love
usually how
them.
my booth is set up. So like one one section is all of that.
Mhm.
And then I have one section of wools for the wool lovers. So, yeah,
Ooh,
so we have both. I mean, a lot of people definitely like wool, but there's a number of people who can't use it. And so that's kind of what's unique about interlacements is our rayons, where there's not a lot of people who have them and dye them. So yeah, that's how that goes. And we have a couple of other bases if you want to see what they look like.
yes, bring it
Like I said,
on.
I brought a whole, well, before I show you that, I'm going to show you in the baby Rick Rack, we have a brand new color because of course we had this total eclipse that came through. So I had to make a total
Ooh,
eclipse colorway. So that is this here, and that will be at the show, and that's brand new this year.
I just love how the texture makes it shine. It
Thank you. Yeah,
does.
it has a different feel for sure, a different iridescence to
It
it. It kind
does.
of, it's fun when you come into the booth, when people come into the booth and we have it all lit up under the lights. It's just kind of like this iridescent rainbow.
It sparkles.
Definitely. So one of our other bases that falls into that same great for weaving, great for drape is this base. This is it's Razzle. It was new at the end of the year last year. It's a thicker yarn, more of an Aran weight, and it's really got like a bubble. Oop, I'm going to get out of the light there. Bubble popcorn texture. So
Wow.
this one is really fun. I've used it in the weft more
Mhm.
so than the warp, though I just got a new 5 dent heddle, so I'm excited to try it as the weft, or I mean the warp, excuse me. So we have that in a number of colors, but just to give you an idea of all the different colors that you can find. And then this one is a brand new this year. It's a cotton, 100% cotton with that same fun
Oh,
texture. And this has been so far this year super, super popular. Everyone who touches it is loving it. We call this Georgia.
oh, good name. I like that.
Thank you.
Since I live in Georgia.
It seemed fitting for a cotton yarn to me.
Yes. I bet that would be a great baby blanket.
Yeah, I just had a lady who knit up a baby sweater with it. So now I always say, I'm gonna say this, I always say cold water, soak, and dry, hand dry,
Mhm.
lay flat to dry. But she did throw it in the washing machine and it came out pretty well from the washer and dryer. I never recommend that just because hand dyed color, you just don't want to. I don't know. I don't put any of my pieces in the washing machine, but she did, and she said it worked well for her.
Well,
So,
good.
so this
Oh
is
my gosh,
another
look at
one.
that.
So this is fireplace embers in that base. And then finally, we have finally in the rayon type category. I'm not showing all of them. We do have others, but this is a chenille, like a thick
Ooh.
rayon chenille. So talk about drape and
Oh,
fun color as well. So that will also be at the show. We have a thick version and a thin version of that I'll be bringing. So, do you have other questions for me? I can keep going. I pulled out some wools to show. I pulled out a whole mess of things. I wasn't sure what everyone wanted to see.
well, I think you got people excited from. So where will you be coming from?
We are from just north of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I think I looked and it's somewhere in the vicinity of 16 hours to come
Ooh,
down. But I'm excited. Like I said, I've not been in Kansas before and I'm very excited. I love summertime and I love heat and warmth. And so I'm all over coming in July to Kansas and
one
seeing.
thing I love about your yarns is that they're flexible or are flexible enough that you can use them for rigid heddle or a floor loom. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is that we have a lot of rigid heddle weavers, a lot of rigid heddle weaving classes. And I know this weekend I was at a fair and all these rigid heddle weavers were coming up to me and they were so afraid of what yarns they should use. And this is
Oh,
great. Yeah, they're really like, well, I can't use that yarn. I can only use this yarn. I can't use a weaving yarn. I can only use a knitting yarn. So all of you who are rigid heddle weavers, and especially you beginners, I think you should come talk to Kelly because I think she knows what she's talking about. She can help
yeah.
you get those yarns you need.
Thank you. Yes, I use that's all I'm using it with is a rigid huddle right now. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
And I can
definitely.
testify
And
it weaves because I used it for weaving.
yes,
It's
yes,
wonderful.
I have too. Thank you so
Mhm.
much.
So what is your most popular product, do you think?
Our most popular by far is our rayon and our zigzag and our baby rickrack.
I
So it
figured so, yeah.
depends what you like as far as thickness goes on which people choose, but that is by far our most popular. It well, as you were saying, it just kind of weaves itself. It's soft, it's drapey, it's really a unique, different thing.
Do you have solid colors also, or do you do mostly variegated?
So I do have solid colors. I will bring solid colors to the show. I don't actually show the solid colors on my website
Uh-huh.
because I can kind of dye any color, solid color people
Oh,
would
so you
like.
do the dyeing.
I do. I
All
do.
right.
Yes. That's the fun part. I also really like coming to the show. So both of those are so fun for me. I love people and I do enjoy just getting out and trying new colors and playing around. And that's how like the Total Eclipse colorway came about. I was just putting stuff together to see what I thought looked pretty.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that. Well, that's
So
good.
if
The reason why I
anyone
was
is,
asking,
oh,
I was planning in my mind with the variegated, oh, I could put like a dark stripe to accent the variegated. So it's good to know
absolutely.
that that's available.
Yes, absolutely. So the solids are, I will have solids at the show. And
Okay.
then as far as the website goes, if you want solids, I just ask that you send me, you can either email me or give me a call, and then I'll hook you up with that. I would have to put, 500 pictures, not really, but lots and
Yeah,
lots of
right,
pictures.
right, right, right. Well, show that bright yellow again.
This one?
Yes, I may have to get some of that and make me a Kansas scarf before I come to Convergence. So I'll give you a call and we'll talk about what solid goes good with that.
That sounds perfect. Thank you so much.
And all of you can do that. You can contact Kelly and find out what you want. You can have her bring it and you could just carry it home. You could go online and see all the beautiful colors that she's going to have there. And then when you get there, you have a little better idea of what you want to buy when you get there.
Perfect. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So for newer weavers, what's a good suggestion that you would give them about buying yarn? Whether it's rigid heddle or a floor loom or knitting or crocheting, new fiber people, when they come into you booth, what are they asking? What are they confused about or asking about?
They're usually wondering about what weight that to buy, what weight of yarn, and then they also like I know a lot of times people don't know how much yarn they need to buy for things. So I try to be able to tell you like one skein of zigzag will make one scarf.
Excellent.
One of the large skeins of baby rickrack will make two scarves. Or I'll try to have samples there and I'll say this is what one skein knits up like. This is what
Perfect.
two skeins knits up like because it's so hard when you look at something like this to know what can do I need 10 of those for a sweater? Do I need two of those? What do I need? And so that I would say is the number one question is just how much yarn they need and what weight of yarn do they want to make whatever they're making it with.
I encourage people, if you do have a pattern that you think you might want to make, bring it to Convergence with you. And there's all kinds of people there that'll want to talk about the pattern and the yarn and everything. And Kelly is a great example of she's going to help you understand the weight and the drape and everything that you need. And that's always so helpful. Kelly, I know you understand color just from the sweater you're wearing.
Thank you.
That's a great sweater.
This is my favorite color. So this is one of our new yarns too. We have a mohair
Really?
yarn.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so I
gosh.
needed something very fuzzy and fun and exciting. So I
I
could
can't
feel a
wait to
little
see your
bit.
booth. I
Thank you so
cannot wait
much.
to see your booth. It's going to be so much fun. Thank you so much for being on here today. Don't forget that Kelly's website is in the chat. Go to her website, check out her yarn, and again, talk to her. Let her know what you're looking for and what you hope you'll see when you come to Convergence. Thank you, Kelly. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
All right.
Goodbye.
Just remind everybody, we have another session this afternoon at 4 o'clock. And we hope you all will join us then. And we have more next Monday and the Monday after that. The other thing is, if you have a vendor that you want to hear from, let me know. Email me. We'll get them on here and we'll talk about what they're going to bring and what you're looking for. And that's true for all of our vendors. Be sure you tell the vendors what you're looking for so they'll be sure to bring it. Thank you all for joining us so much, and we will see you later today at 4 o'clock.